Top 10 Mysteries That Will Probably Never Be Solved. Hello and welcome to the Jack's Top 10. There are thousands of mysteries in the world, but have you ever wondered about the mysteries that will probably never be solved? So in this video, we bring you the list of the top 10 mysteries that will probably never be solved. Without any further ado, let's get straight into the topic. Number 10. Who was Jack the Ripper? In 1888, 5 women were killed in London, and their bodies were mutilated similarly, leading the police to point out that the same person may be behind it. Many letters were sent to the police to taunt them about their inability to find the killer. It's relatively unknown even now if they were sent by the same person that killed all those women. These letters are the reasons why the killer is known as Jack the Ripper. Although the years have passed, no one has ever come close to finding Jack the Ripper. There are many theories, alright, but conflicts always arise between theorists on their own pet theories. A woman named Lizzie Williams has also been suspected by a theorist, but colleagues in the same field have debunked doubts about the affair. It's unlikely we'll ever get to know who was behind the murders and the letters. Number 9. Where are Jimmy Hoffa's remains? July 30th, 1975 spells the date Jimmy Hoffa, a union leader well known for his organized crime involvement, disappeared. He's now assumed to be dead, but nothing is known about who killed him, if he ever was killed or just died of natural causes, as there are no remains. Forensics and police teamed up to try and find Hoffa's body in Oakland and Detroit, but were hopeless in the search. A theory stated that Hoffa was buried beneath Giants Stadium in New Jersey, but that has been debunked. Before he died, a hitman named Richard, the Iceman Kuklinski, claimed to have killed Hoffa and that his remains were dumped in a scrapyard. This confession was recorded by the author Philip Carlo, who recorded it in a book in several interviews. Many police officers doubted as to the origin of the confessions, so it's unlikely that Hoffa will ever be found again. Number 8. Where is Cleopatra's tomb? The lover of Mark Antony and one of Egypt's pharaohs, Cleopatra's tomb had never been found. It is said that she was buried with much treasure, and the tomb was located near the Temple of Isis, an Egyptian goddess. It is sad, but if Cleopatra's tomb was ever found, it would have been plundered heavily and wouldn't be identifiable. Number 7. Who assassinated Jonathan F. Kennedy? Assassinations are always hard to solve. An assassination of an American president is one mystery that will probably never be solved. That is, of the president Jonathan F. Kennedy. Jonathan F. Kennedy has been said to be shot by Lee Harvey Oswald. The motive is relatively easy. He was a president, and that sort of a position has many enemies. People would gladly pay exorbitant prices to get him killed. What's unusual is that Oswald was fatally shot by nightclub owner Jack Ruby before Oswald could stand trial. Jack Ruby also died of lung cancer 4 years later. Explanations are many, but none of them are concise. It's accepted by many to be plausible that Ruby killed Oswald on his own, but there are still people who doubt his reasons. Now that so much time has passed, we may never know about the true nature of the two killings. Number 6. Is there a treasure trove in Oak Island? Searching for treasure is considered fantasy, and it may be if we are looking at the table of the pirate captain William Kidd, who has been said to have buried his treasure on Oak Island. There may have been many expeditions that made the treasure their endpoint, and which cost them millions of dollars to fund. Perhaps the treasure had much more value than all of the expeditions put together, but the fact is, it hasn't been found yet. Maybe it was already dug out. Maybe there was no treasure. The 2 centuries that have passed since Captain Kidd's death have seen many people go to Oak Island to try their luck. There's also a history channel called The Curse of Oak Island, which follows the modern-day search for Captain Kidd's treasure. Number 5. Is the Copper Scroll treasure even real? A boy playing on the seaside on Qumran's site came across a series of caves that, when he went inside, held a bunch of scrolls. Among them were the Dead Sea Scrolls, and a scroll made of copper that had writing engraved on it. It contained information that said that there were coordinates of so much gold and silver. History specialists have claimed the information must be fake or wrong, as so much treasure cannot exist. The scroll was from the times of when the Roman Empire had taken over Qumran's site, and presumably the treasure was the belongings of the people of the area, who hid it so that it would not fall into the hands of the Roman Empire. As nearly 1,900 years have passed since then, it is unknown if the information was false or if the treasure has been found and not brought into people's knowing. Number 4. What was the fate of the Ark of the Covenant? The Babylonian Emperor, King Nebuchadnezzar II, conquered Jerusalem. The army ransacked anything they thought was of no use and took the things they liked. The first temple, a building used by the Jews to pray to their God, was destroyed. The mystery is, where did the Ark of the Covenant go? The Ark of the Covenant contained the 10 Commandments and was hidden in the first temple. It hasn't been said to be destroyed, nor have there been any records that say it was found. Theories say that the Ark was carried to Ethiopia and is hidden there even today. The other theory makes sense from a religious point of view, which says the Ark was hidden by divine means until the Messiah arrives. Number 3. Were the Hanging Gardens of Babylon real? Babylon has a great deal of mystery surrounding the city, but this one is more of an architectural one. Since ancient times, writers have described a garden in Babylon, also called Iraq in the modern world, that was so beautiful that it could have been considered a wonder of the world. It also was noted by a Roman writer that the garden had plants that were sown above the ground level, and instead of the roots of trees being embedded into the earth, they were in the upper terraces of the garden. What's mysterious is that there have been no signs that there was ever a garden that befits the descriptions from the various writers who passed through the ages. Number 2. Did the city of Atlantis exist? The Greek philosopher Plato told of a great city, Atlantis, that existed on the Atlantic Ocean and conquered much of Europe and Africa in the prehistoric era. He also said that the Athenians waged war against the citizens of Atlantis and that the city vanished in the waves, ending the conflict. While no one believes that this is true, there have been arguments raised which said that Plato has been inspired by real-life events. The Minoan civilization lived on the island of Crete on the Mediterranean, and they suffered from an eruption of the volcano Thera. The Minoans also suffered defeat against a Greek civilization, which was situated in the mainland of Greece. It may never be known whether Plato meant the legend of Atlantis to be just what it is, a tale. Number 1. What happened to Mary Celeste? Captioned by Captain Benjamin Briggs and 7 other crew members, including his wife and 2-year-old daughter, the Mary Celeste was found about 2 months later after it had set off from New York. The vessel was entirely seaworthy and had all its cargo besides a lifeboat. It must have been a rather serious matter that the crew set off on the lifeboat, and many theories make sense. Some say it must have been an explosive that wasn't that serious, but frightening enough that the captain ordered everyone off the boat. Or there might have been a pirate attack or an attack by a large octopus or sea monster. The theories are endless, and we'll probably never know of the reason. Here we come to the end of the video. I hope you liked this video. If so, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you never miss any videos. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. Thanks for watching.